2 months ago, I had ChatGPT and Midjourney design a board game for me. Then, all hopped up on Mountain Dew, filled with existential dread and consumed by deep longing for approval from my peers, I entered that game into a board game design contest. Now you would think that over the last 2 months I've been diligently consulting with the AI overlords to develop a game that is far better than any game ever conceived by a human being before. Well, you're absolutely wrong if you think that. I just entered the game into a contest and completely forgot about it. Now just days away from the contest closing, I decided that this is the time to buckle up Buttercup and figure out if this notion of a game is actually something that has potential. I have determined 2 critical failures. One is the fact that this game was designed by an AI, and its theme right now is fantasy. It's basically a Pegasus and a dragon fighting over a fantasy island. Doesn't really seem appropriate for a game developed by probably the most important technological invention of human history. Secondly, this is not actually a game. Not in the slightest. Think of it more like
Of Dunshire. Oh my God. The Maverick should be able to trade lumber for agriculture credits. How have I not thought of this before? This is nothing.
Let's talk about the first problem, the theme. Obviously, a game where minotaurs and dragons fight over a mysterious fantasy island is not quite the theme I would choose for a game designed by something that could quite possibly bring on the dystopian AI-ruled future of science fiction. So, I consulted with the AI. I asked it what it thought appropriate theme would be, and it actually came up with a good one. Computer hacking and cyberpunk, a cyberpunk computer hacking game. That seems actually perfectly reasonable. Now, instead of having dragons and minotaurs, we have black hat hackers, daemons, and script kiddies all battling for control of servers on a game board affectionately called the Grid. The next issue, the mechanics. So I spent quite a lot of time working on the mechanics that ChatGPT had provided to me. Unfortunately, after a lot of work, updating the abilities, streamlining the rule set, and creating clear end goals for the game, it still suffered. The game plays like checkers. Whoever goes first wins. I've playtested it with friends, and I even brought it to Protospiel Minneapolis, where I playtested it with actual game designers, and the conclusion was the same. There are some ideas that are worthwhile there, but it does not hold up. Now here we come to the most important part of game design, and that is finding what the fun is. And it's something that even an AI like ChatGPT lacks the ability to do. If I wanted this game to work, I had to put my robot companion aside and work on it alone. Whenever you're stuck in game design, the best thing to do, I find, is to go play other games. Immediately, I sought out a couple of games that were directly in the theme and mechanics of the game I was developing. One was Android Netrunner. The other was one called Hacker. Both of them gave me some good ideas on where I should head with the game. So, now armed with a group of fresh ideas, I had to do one thing, and that is what we call pushing cardboard. Basically, pushing cardboard is when you rapidly prototype a bunch of different things. You don't care what it looks like. You just scratch out things that didn't work, you add things that you think might work, and you just push the cardboard across the table until something clicks. And finally, I got something to click. All right, now I have all my components. I have my board. I have a basic set of rules. That is what I need to upload to officially be entered in the contest. I still have 2 months to develop the game, and part of that development is going to have to include the artwork. I need a design style for this game, and left to my own devices, I would probably design something really close to Android Netrunner. The Fantasy Flight aesthetic of that game, the crisp artwork, the bright colors, the sleek card design is definitely where I tend to fall when I'm designing things. But stuff like that I don't think is going to stand out from the crowd. I think I need to push the genre a little bit more, especially because there's a style called modern brutalism, and it is entirely appropriate for this game. Modern brutalism isn't for everybody. If I had to describe it, it's like if a Cold War bunker became a mall in the 80s. It's like if Ready Player One was real, but we never got past MySpace and PlayStation 2 level graphics. The thing is that this design style is really evocative of like some sort of dystopian cyberpunk future. I think I have to do it. I think it is the exact right, appropriate thing for this game. And let's talk a little bit about the contest that I entered this in. It is the 2023 two-player print and play contest. There are a whole bunch of other people that have entered this contest. All of their games are available to be printed out and to be play tested. If you are at all interested in game design or play testing board games that aren't fully published yet, I would highly recommend you go over to Board Game Geek. I'll leave the link down below, and you can just explore all the different contests going on. There are so many things that you can do in the community to become a playtester, designer. If you just want to chat about any sort of game at all, that's the place to do it. And I will also leave the link to this game so you could download it and play test it as it sits. It is not done yet. And if you want to see how this game continues to develop, well, hit that subscribe button and join the village. We'll see you guys next time.